Good afternoon. Thank you all for finding time to attend today's webinar. We are pleased to see that data security is high on your agenda and that you are interested in further enhancing the security in your legal practice. My name is Isabel and I'm your moderator today. I'm going to start with displaying a very short poll to confirm that you can see and hear us well. You will have 20 seconds to answer one short question. So thanks for the feedback, and to ensure a seamless webinar experience, we have turned off your video and put you on mute. We will stick to the promised 30-minute presentation and have allocated time for a Q&A session at the end. Do not hesitate throughout the presentation to share your questions. To do so, simply click on the Q&A icon at the bottom of your screen and type your question. And you can also decide to stay anonymous when asking a question. Now, that being said, I would like to welcome our speakers for today. So welcome, Sylvester, welcome, Rodrigo. We are really glad that you are here today. Sylvester, floor is yours.
Isabel. So welcome to our webinar on how to secure all your communications in your legal office. My name is Sylvester Sebeni. I'm the co-inventor of the Tresorit technology and also the co-founder of the Tresorit company, aiming at protecting sensitive data for over a decade now. And with me today here is Rodrigo.
Thank you, Sylvester. Yes, welcome everyone. My name is Rodrigo, and as you can see, I'm the Senior Customer Success Manager at Tresorit. And through my role as Customer Success Manager, I've been in touch with numerous organizations all around the world, looking for the best solution to meet their security needs. Their use cases have varied from sharing to storing, even collaborating on highly sensitive data. And today, we would like to share a few best practices that we've collected from our customers, mainly Chambers active in the UK, as well as a case study related to one of our customers, Pump Court Chambers. Sylvester, take us away.
Thank you, Rodrigo. So at Tresorit, we believe that data privacy is a fundamental human right. And what we've seen across the years, we've been observing a few trends that companies are becoming to realize of how valuable their data actually is. For a lot of time, we have been not very wary of the actual risks involved with a potential data breach and how probable these data breaches can be. And we see that there is a false sense of security among or around the security of local infrastructure controlled by an organization. So seeing these trends, our mission at Tresorit is to empower everyone to take back control over their digital valuables, the valuables being the data stored by organizations. And we do this by protecting the privacy and confidential information of said data with encrypted productivity solutions. And we put a huge emphasis on the encryption, or we say end-to-end encryption, which means that Tresorit as a service provider, we or our admins, our developers, anyone inside the organization, or so to say, no one inside the organization has any access to the data that our clients store in the Tresorit service. So to go into a deep dive of how encrypted productivity solutions solve the IT challenges of UK legal professionals, Rodrigo, let's go straight into that.
Indeed. So the challenges legal professionals face in the UK revolves around of what constitutes their digital fortress. Now, this right now may consist of a solution or solutions to help on an ad hoc basis. The platform and usage can also be specific to certain items, such as more sensitive information. But do we cover all these things? Does the communication and transfer of documents with clients, how do you communicate with authorities? How do you relate with board members? How do you contact external counsel? Furthermore, how do you receive documents from clients or opposing counsel? When dealing with external audits, how is information transferred? With these things in mind, there are some critical best practices that can be easily implemented and integrated smoothly into your existing workflows. This will help those handling daily sensitive data. Due to the nature of your businesses, it makes you a potential target for cyber attacks. Those who are exchanging documents with multiple stakeholders, corporate firms, external authorities on a case, as you can see here on this graph, and those that would like to have all their client data and work files at your fingertips on your devices, therefore avoiding briefcases, stacks of files, which enhances the possibility of leaving things of a sensitive nature behind, and making sure that all your documents are showing the latest version possible. Therefore, you're 100% prepared all the time. So with this in mind, what can our viewers do about it?
So most importantly, we recommend keeping information secure and available at all times. So when looking at a digital environment, especially a cloud-based digital environment, it's great for availability and accessibility of these files. This allows you to access your documents wherever you are, in the office, at a client, in the courtroom, and most importantly, with maximum security. There is no need to hassle with the corporate VPN or unexpected downtime of that infrastructure. Everything is at your fingertips 24/7. And secondly, during our work, or everyone's work, one of the key factors of success is to build trust with your clients. And this is regarding every aspect of that workflow. And the way that you handle your clients' documents and the data says a lot about you. Using the best-in-class technical measures that Tresorit offers, you can actually show that you care about the security of your client's data. And then there's also another advantage of using a solution like Tresorit. If you replace email attachments, then the consequences of human error greatly decreases and can be mitigated due to the fact that this can be revoked at any time. And as a third point, I think it is very important to stay in control of your data. Being able to pull a report at any time to see who changed what and when can help you reconstruct past events, and even in stressful scenarios such as an audit. One of the many chambers that uses Tresorit is PumpCore Chambers. And Rodrigo, you mentioned that you're going to dive deeper into this success story. Indeed.
So as a result of those actions and recommendations just mentioned, I'll discuss with one of our customers who has successfully adopted Tresorit as their secure cloud collaboration platform. As you can see here, we face the challenges and the solutions, we helped with. PumpCore Chambers is a London-based chambers and approached Tresorit in search for a secure file sharing and storage solution. With this in mind, they knew that some barristers were already using Tresorit through a personal account, just like other barristers were using other providers. But there was a vision to encapsulate all members under one business plan, under one subscription. There were obstacles along the way, of course. There was no unified solution. IT was outsourced in this case. Barristers were using other solutions, as I said, and difficulties in finding a solution fully GDPR compliant with cloud storage in the UK. On top of that, they were looking for a solution offering security and practicality. So on top of that basis, a solution that could also offer customer branding, so it has that personal touch from user to recipient, on-the-go use, as Sylvester mentioned, no use for VPN and easy access anywhere. Dynamic watermarking, so you can protect your information even if it leaves your hands. And if you want it to stay close to you, you can also disable downloads, making them only read-only documents. So during our initial contact with PumpCore Chambers, we showed them what Tresorit could do. We went through all these features in a demo, worked them out, and even provided a test account that allowed them to test it for themselves. After a successful evaluation period with minimal IT interference, Tresorit was acquired and is now being run by the Chamber's company secretary as administrator. Following that process, onboardings and trainings naturally took place in order to maximize usability. And as a result, Tresorit, with this custom deployment, was introduced to increase the trust and support the Chamber's reputation, offering maximum security with the highest quality of output. So why is it important now? Sylvester?
Yeah, we see that the world is ever digitizing faster and faster. This has been accelerated by the COVID pandemic, which of course is great on the one hand. We see that a lot of companies and individuals are becoming more productive than ever. So everything is moving online. However, a lot of these interactions are happening in an ad hoc fashion, using existing email infrastructure or between computers, maybe even worse, pen drives. So each organization needs to find a way to standardize and secure how the way they handle data, and that should happen today. And to underpin this, we see that data breaches are increasing by the day. Organizations are being attacked by ransomware viruses. They are even being threatened and blackmailed with threats of disclosure of confidential data. So maintaining a local infrastructure that handles sensitive data is a huge risk. And this is especially true for high value targets, such as legal chambers. Attackers are continually monitoring your infrastructure, and they're not doing this just to report a vulnerability for a bounty. They are doing this to find a missing update and exploit it immediately. Let's see how Tresorit solves these questions. Back to you, Rodrigo.
So why Tresorit? The reason is quite simple. We offer, excuse me for being redundant, a simple and easy to use cloud solution with the most powerful security available. With Tresorit, you are guaranteed to be in control of your data and go by your day knowing that only you are in command and everything is safe. With this, believe me, you'll sleep better at night knowing all your clients and work documents are safe. And with Tresorit, even though you think you're just getting a software, you're not. You are on top of that getting our services. We are a dedicated company with teams building on your feedback, leading to constant improvements, making sure you are getting the most out of the platform and making the entire journey pain-free, enjoyable, and secure. Just a quick word of caution here. Security is addicting, and we encourage you to join the ever-growing list of customers. You can join us in sharing, for example, these experiences such as Marks and Clerk, Matrix Chambers, G37 Chambers, and many, many more. And over the last few years, Sylvester will comment on how Tresorit has placed itself.
So we have received multiple rewards coming from Gartner and also from our users themselves regarding the usability and security of our service. And over here, I would just like to take one point or make a point on the usability part. For us, usability is the most important after security. And the reason we focus so much on usability is because we believe it is part of the security infrastructure. We have seen a lot of services in the past during the short history of IT where security solutions have been rolled out, but they are hard to use. And the result of that is that they are circumvented by the users. People want to get their work done, not have a secure solution as an average user. But as an organization, you have to make sure that the data is secure, however. So with a usable solution that users do not want to circumvent, that is one of the solutions to this problem. And this can be underpinned by the App Store reviews and differentiations by Gartner as well. And then going on to the security side, that is really close to my heart as a person responsible for compliance within the company. We are successfully being audited for the 5th year now with regards to our information security program under ISO 27001 with Germany's TÜV Rheinland. And additional to that, shows that we don't only have a secure solution or software, but the organization behind that, it has a mature information security management system, which is really important. And going back to the solution, I believe it really supports any GDPR program that you might have. And just looking at the fact that the data stored in Tresorit is encrypted in such a manner that Tresorit has no access to that data. So only you as an organization have control over that data. The encryption keys are controlled by the customer, which means that in the unlikely scenario that Tresorit servers are hacked, for example, that means that attackers will only have access to the encrypted data. Therefore, the data stored by our clients are not breached because they're encrypted and they cannot be read by the attackers. Therefore, it doesn't need to be reported to the ICO per GDPR recital 26, as it doesn't, it's not classified as personal data. So with that all in mind, we thank you very much for your attention, and we're going to jump straight to the Q&A. Back to you, Isabel.
Thank you so much for the presentation. Got a couple of really interesting questions. So I guess the first one would be for you, Sylvester. Just reading it, I saw some of the features pop up during the presentation, such as link expiration, tracking. I've also seen this with other providers. What would be the main difference between new and other providers, such as Dropbox or Google?
So compared to Dropbox and Google Drive, in this case, our features are really similar. Both or all three are, I think, really easy to use. However, with Tresorit, I'd again like to underline the difference with regards to security and the end-to-end encryption factor. These other two providers, their organizations have the capability to read the data stored by the users. Compared to Tresorit, if it's uploaded by a client, there's no way for us to decipher that data. So number one on security. And of course, number two is jurisdiction. We're a European company based in Switzerland under Swiss law, while these two are based in the US.
Great, thank you so much. I've got another question here, this time for you, Rodrigo. In the PAMCode case, the Chamber's secretary runs a subscription, correct? What if further IT knowledge is needed or support?
Right, yes, that is correct. The Chamber secretary is running the entire subscription for a large number of barristers. They have their IT outsourced, so they can assist when called upon. But the idea with Tresorit is that no particular expertise is needed. I also happen to be the account manager for PAMCode Chambers. So if they face any issue or they run into any questions, I'm their first point of contact. And along with my team and our support team, we're very quick in fixing any of their issues. So no particular expertise is needed to run a Tresorit subscription.
Great, and I've got another one for you, Rodrigo. And does everyone need a paying license to use this, even those receiving documents?
Well, a user using the platform, yes, that requires a paid subscription. You'll be, of course, having access to the platform, to its tools mainly. But when communicating with third parties, then absolutely not. You'll be sharing our encrypted links, and whoever receives these links they don't need to do practically anything besides click on them. No account creation, simple access to the information. After, of course, going through the selected security parameters, such as passwords or email verification. But no, the people receiving those links do not need to pay anything.
Okay, great. And just the last one. Does this solution offer any integrations with email services?
Yes. Of course, to increase functionality, we have both Outlook and Gmail plugins, add-ons there, offering a very convenient way to share your information securely straight from a newly composed email. And that's a very good last question, because it dives in particularly into our upcoming webinar on email encryption, a new feature released by Tresorit. And please save these dates. The name of the webinar is The Place of Email Encryption in the New Normal. This will take place on the 24th of May at 6 p.m. Central European Time, and on the 31st of May at 1 p.m. Central European Time. Email encryption is it's being a trend at the moment, so hopefully you can join us there. And on that note, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, for joining this webinar. You will receive a follow-up email with my contact details and a link to the on-demand webinar to review and hopefully share with fellow barristers. And you'll also get an invitation to try out our business license with a 14-day trial for free. This will give you a chance to try it out and enhance your security. And we've also added a little incentive there, so you can keep that security in place. I hope to speak with you all very, very soon.
And thank you all. That's it for today. We run through the presentation and the Q&A under 30 minutes, as promised. We wish you a great day. Thank you for attending. Bye for now.